I am Mark Stewart Greenstein, candidate for governor of Connecticut. I want to talk about proper hatefulness and improper hatefulness. And I'd like the, I'll say object, not target, to be a candidate himself. This is one Ed Cherriman from the Rocky Hill area running for Senate, and the one who propelled a hate-filled anti-Semitic mailer to his constituents. We on the receiving end, and everybody who sympathizes with those on the receiving end, have a proper hate for at least your tactics, certainly your sentiments, and maybe for you yourself. You have an improper hate of a class of people who've done you no harm. Okay? If you got to know Jews better, you'd probably realize that Jews generally uplift those around them. Jews give people second chances. Among the most open-minded people I know are American Jews. You ignore that. Or maybe you weren't exposed to that. And for that reason, I actually feel sorry for you. Not hateful towards you. At least not yet. I feel sorry that somebody raised you with hatefulness, and that nobody turned it around for you in all these years. I feel sorry that you feel compelled to push it out to other people. It's one thing to keep it to yourself. It's another thing to spread hatred. And it's even worse to spread fear. And there is a reasonable charge of assault. You're pretty close to it when you put people of a community that might be on edge to make them concerned that there is hatefulness in their very village that could do them harm. So, some Jews are forgiving. I like to think I'm one of them. I actually would invite you to my shul, my synagogue, to experience a meal, part of a sermon. You will find that almost every rabbi in this area is open-minded in the way thus far you haven't been. You want to come on Saturday? I welcome it. If you don't want to change, I do not welcome it. And that's where the hate on my end would start to build up. And just in case there are thugs who you have inspired at all, I don't think there's very many, but there are probably some, at least in Ohio. I'll get to that. Those who might want to take action to your impetus. Some of us Jews take revenge. Some of us Jews take threats really seriously. I happen to be one of them. I'm a pretty good shot. Taken with a handheld pistol after 30 years, so I'm going to get better. Handheld pistol, TCP Taurus style, 38 caliber, hollow point bullet. Does a lot of damage. Don't come into my midst. I'm a pretty good shot. Do come out of your hole. A 500-year-old little cave that you've been hiding in. Come out and see that America is filled with good people who don't harbor this sort of hate and don't want any part of it around us. Somehow you found an ad agency, so it's not just you approving a hateful ad. KSL out in Ohio? Some Republican operative. Probably had a hard time finding someone in Connecticut. And you keep doing this, you won't find any Republican firms in Connecticut. Your party's going to get extinguished. It would make sense to resign. Or do the 180 with some sort of, they call it tshuva, restitution, coming around. We welcome it. Meantime, you just elected the Jew that you wanted to not have elected. So, for all your hate, what's even more immense is your stupidity. I hope you'll change that too. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein.